Happy Sunday fun day, y'all. How are y'all doing today, y'all? We got Usher and Justin Bieber, and y'all, Justin Bieber crashed out on Usher. Why do y'all think that Justin Bieber crashed out on Usher? The only thing that we can think of, at least myself, I can't speak for everybody, but because allegedly Usher gave Justin Bieber to Diddy, and Justin Bieber has had all kind of mental situations, all kind of stuff that kind of was a result of Justin Bieber being given to Diddy by Usher. We know that Usher was over there when he was younger with Diddy, because Usher's mother gave Usher to Diddy, and he was scraping and scrambling for cereal. I mean, in the club. I mean, he was drinking, doing all kind of stuff. But y'all, we gonna get into it because I'm telling y'all, this situation is crazy. It is so crazy, and the block is on fire. The block is on fire, y'all. But we gonna get into it. And we're gonna see what in the world is going on with this, and why Justin Bieber crashed out on Usher. But happy Sunday fun day. How are y'all doing? Y'all, we gonna get into it. On a scale from 1 to 10, how is y'all Sunday going? I know it's early, the top of the mountain, but how are y'all doing on this beautiful Sunday fun day, y'all? I hope y'all having a good day. On a scale from 1 to 10, what is y'all's morning starting out with? Like I said, my morning is starting out pretty good, but I got a lot to do as always, but I wanted to come and start my morning off with this Justin Bieber crash out, because y'all, it is getting crazy. But y'all, let's go ahead and turn it around, and let's go ahead and get into it. Happy Sunday fun day. Let me know how y'all day is starting out. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all.
Hold on, because I need you to stop whatever you are doing right now. Justin Bieber and Usher just had a full-blown altercation at Beyonce's party, of all places. And now Bieber has broken his silence, and what he said is going to shock you. But here's the thing that nobody is talking about. This goes so much deeper than an unfollow. This goes deeper than a mentor falling out. There's a reason Bieber cut these people off, and the truth is finally starting to come out. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, everything is going to make sense. Alright, so let me paint the picture for you. It is Oscar weekend. Hollywood is in full swing. The most elite, the most exclusive party of the entire night is Beyonce and Jay-Z's annual Gold Party at Chateau Marmont in West Hollywood. And when I say everyone was there, I mean everyone. We are talking Hailey Bieber, Michael B. Jordan, Timothy Chalamet, Tiana Taylor, Kylie Jenner, Megan Fox, Austin Butler, Taylor Swift, the whole who's who of Hollywood packed into one room.
Wow.
This is not the kind of event where you are making a scene. This is the kind of event where you are on your absolute best behavior, because it is Beyonce and Jay-Z's turf. You do not act up in there. You just do not. So Justin Bieber rocks up with Hailey, low-key, calm, just there to enjoy the night. And then out of nowhere, Usher clocks him across the room. And instead of leaving it alone, instead of being a grown man and letting it go, Usher walks straight up to Bieber with energy, with anger. And what follows is...
Wow, you guys. Good morning. Happy Sunday fun day. Good morning, William, Babash, and y'all, everybody that's in the building. Y'all, when I say this is crazy, but I do believe that it stems from Justin Bieber being given to Diddy by Usher. Like, did he just say, I got a whole little a new booty over here in Hollywood that I'm about to bring on the scene? And Diddy was like, oh, you better bring him to me first. I do possibly believe so. Hey, Bronze, how are you? How are you? Hey, Mitchell, how are you? Welcome. But y'all, I do believe that's what happened. Smash the like button. I do believe that is what happened. This is my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But Justin Bieber, I believe, was given to Diddy by Usher. And Usher went and was like, okay, maybe he got some kind of benefit from that too. Maybe he got a couple of dollars, right? Did Usher get, a couple of dollars for what's it called? Like when you pass something and then you get a little bit of money off of it? I do believe so. Diddy probably paid him a couple of dollars for bringing the little boy, Justin Bieber, when he was a little boy, to Diddy. But y'all, let's turn it around and get back into it. Happy Sunday Fun Day, y'all.
One of the most talked about moments of the entire Oscars weekend. So here's what TMZ and Entertainment Weekly are both reporting. Usher approached Justin Bieber at the party. Sources close to Justin describe Usher as coming in hot, angry, heated. The two got into an intense exchange of words right there in the middle of Beyonce's event, with celebrity witnesses everywhere. We are talking people like Michael B. Jordan and Timothée Chalamet standing right there watching this go down. Now here's where the story splits. Some sources are saying this escalated into a fist fight, actual physical contact.
Wow.
Others, including sources connected directly to Justin Bieber, are saying there was no physical altercation, just an intense, heated argument. But let me say this, when TMZ drops a story mentioning fist fight, you do not just make that up out of thin air. Something went down in that room, and whatever it was...
Oh, wow. So hold up, swole up. So Justin Bieber and Usher got into they were giving 12 pieces and 24 biscuits, I guess, allegedly to each other. Oh my God, y'all. Let's continue listening because this is getting hot, y'all.
It was serious enough that the moment they stepped outside,
hey, Brandy, good morning.
And got them both out of there immediately. Done. Gone. No lingering. No chatting to other guests. They were out. And Usher, he is not responding, not saying a word publicly, which honestly tells you everything you need to know.
This one is blowing my mind. Justin Bieber and Usher reportedly...
Wait a minute. Hold up, swole up, foul on the play. Did she just say that, he just say that Usher is being quiet? Does the cat have Usher's tongue right now when the block is hot? Y'all, is Diddy's trial that's coming up, are they wanting Justin Bieber to come on the stand and go ahead and testify? I mean, I'm trying to figure out what in the world is going on, because for Justin Bieber to crash out on Usher, there has to be a lot going on behind the scene. Smash the like button. Let me know y'all's thoughts. But y'all, let's continue listening, because I believe that this is a crash out that should have happened at the first Diddy trial. And I was at the first Diddy trial. Me and my baby Jamel Peterson, we were at the first trial. And in New York at 500 Pearl Street, yes, at the federal courthouse, we was in there. And the only crash out that happened was this lady who she crashed out while the judge was on the stand. Right before court was about to start, she crashed out. The federal agents, I swear, I thought they were going to be pow-powing in that federal court building. She was going off, snapping out like a bucket of crabs. But we thought that Justin Bieber was going to come and snap out like a bucket of crabs. But is this the court case, the court hearing, that Justin Bieber is going to be, asked to come and sit on the throne and tell his story about what really happened with him and Diddy? Because remember Diddy, what did he say? I got Justin Bieber for 48 hours and it ain't none of your business where I'm going to take him. But y'all, let's continue listening. Let's turn it around. Let's continue.
He got into a fight at an Oscars after party. Multiple people told TMZ that this fight turned into a physical fist fight. Then a source that's close to Justin Bieber told TMZ that nothing physical broke out, but Usher walked up to Justin Bieber at this Oscar after party and was very heated and angry. And then things just escalated where they were both yelling at each other. I wish I could have just been a fly on the wall, because sources are also telling TMZ that Justin Bieber just wants to erase everybody from his past. This part really isn't surprising, because in 2025, when Justin Bieber was dealing with all of those things and unfollowing Scooter Braun and all of this, he also unfollowed Usher. We all know Usher and Scooter Braun are the ones that signed a very young Justin Bieber. I'm not gonna lie, I can't help but think back when all of this was happening in early 2025, when a lot of us thought that Justin Bieber was very much struggling mentally, and we saw him removing himself from everybody in his past. The only thing that was ever really reported is that Justin Bieber might have had some money that came up missing over a period of time, and he finally realized arrested. The reason why I found those reports so interesting is the fact that at the same time he was deleting Usher, Scooter Braun, and everybody from his life.
Wow. Hey, good morning, my baby Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy. Y'all, this is crazy. Did she just say that he was deleting people from his social media? If she didn't, I believe that's what she said, but I know that he was deleting people from off of his social media and trying to eliminate himself and get, away from all of this stuff. Like, he had a lot going on, y'all. Hey, Rewind on That Game and welcome. Y'all, this is crazy, but y'all, let's continue listening and see what else is going on with this situation right here, y'all. This is crazy.
When he was younger, he also fired his business manager, Lou Taylor of TriStar. Yeah,
wow.
The Lou Taylor that was managing Britney Spears when she was put into her conservatorship. And yes, TriStar, her business, who was also named in the Diddy trial as allegedly paying some of the male workers. Honestly, this is some tea that I want to figure out what was the reason for this heated argument that almost allegedly turned into a fist fight. But
wow.
Y'all, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
Now this is the part everyone has been waiting for, because Bieber's camp has actually responded to this, and what they said is interesting. Sources connected to Justin told TMZ directly that there was no physical altercation. That is the official line coming from his team. But read between the lines here, because they did not deny the confrontation happened. They did not deny the heated exchange. They did not say Usher did not approach him with anger. They specifically only pushed back on the physical element. Everything else? Confirmed. And that matters. Because Bieber is not trying to hide the fact that this happened. He is not pretending everything is fine between him and Usher. He is just making sure the narrative does not paint him as someone who got into a brawl at a celebrity party. Smart move, honestly. Let Usher be the one looking unhinged. Let Usher be the one who came in angry at a Beyonce and Jay-Z event. Because that is the story that is writing itself right now. But okay, let us get into the why. Because this did not come out of nowhere. This has been building for a long time, and most people do not know the full story.
Wait a minute. Hold up, swole up. Do you guys agree with what he said? That this basically has been like, brewing, slow cooking on the back stove, on the back burner for a long time with Justin Bieber. I do believe it, because along the years, along the way, remember Justin Bieber was going on different platforms. He was like crying, he was down and out. You could tell something is wrong with him. And remember Terrence Howard said in Hollywood, they try to take their man booty. And once they do that, if you're not that way, we love everybody here at the lounge, but if you're not that way, you're a straight man, and then they want to take your badonkadonk, that does something to you. If you are not that way, right? There's nothing wrong with being, gay, straight, indifferent, whatever your sexual preference is. But when you're a young person, you're going into Hollywood and this is being introduced to you, and you don't even know if you're straight or if you're gay at that young age. I mean, some people you could tell, but some kids at that age still fight and tussle. They don't know, at that age, Diddy was telling him, hey, let's go and get some girls. So Justin Bieber, he didn't know that, Diddy was playing him left, playing him right. He didn't know that. He did not know and have that type of experience to know what Diddy was really doing to him, because Diddy was looking at him like he was a whole Scooby snack, right? But y'all, let's turn it around and let's continue. Happy Sunday fun day, y'all.
On that unfollow spree. He unfollowed Scooter Braun. He unfollowed his entire old management team. And then one day, Usher woke up and realized Bieber had unfollowed him too. Just like that. Gone. And Usher was shook. He genuinely did not see it coming, because in his mind, he was the one who gave Bieber everything. He was the mentor. He was the one who co-signed him and brought him into the industry alongside Scooter Braun. Without Usher, there is no Justin Bieber. That is how Usher sees it. But here is the other side of this that is coming out now. There are reports that Usher was financially taking advantage of Bieber throughout their relationship, skimming extra percentages off deals, taking a bigger cut than what was agreed.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Hold up, swole up, foul on the play. Did y'all just hear what she said? He said that Justin Bieber was basically getting robbed by Usher. And y'all know a lot of that goes on in Hollywood. Remember Eminem? It was happening to him. and he was getting Vanilla Ice. Remember, it was happening to him whenever he went into Hollywood. Even with what's the lady's name that passed away? And what's her name that she just passed away last year? Older black woman. I forget her name, but I'm telling you, she was getting robbed too. And they said she was about to come out and say that she was getting robbed and people were getting money from her, taking all kind of stuff, money from her. And she said she was, I want to say 60 something, and she was still performing. And she said, I should have retired 20 years ago in her 40s. Y'all, this is what they do to these people that go into Hollywood. They make you sign up for, this is my own opinion. They make them sign up for these life insurance policies. They put their name as a beneficiary. And then as soon as you go against the grain and you do something that they don't like, your badonkadonk is out of here. And they are cashing in on that life insurance policy. But y'all, let's continue. This is crazy. OMG.
And Bieber eventually figured it out. And when he did, he felt completely betrayed. Because this was not just some random industry person. This was his mentor, the man who was supposed to be looking out for him. And then you add the Diddy layer on top of all of this. And suddenly the unfollow makes complete sense. Because remember that footage, 15-year-old Justin Bieber, 48 hours with Diddy. Usher was the one.
Wow. Hold on. And y'all,
is 50% off.
hold on, y'all. Do you guys remember when Diddy got Justin Bieber and he said, oh, I got Justin Bieber for 48 hours and nobody's supposed to know where he's at. It is none of y'all business. It ain't none of y'all's business where I'm going. This is crazy. Hold on. Let me just look. Let me get my little energy day started with my with my Red Bull. No, I'm not supposed to be drinking it. But y'all, do y'all remember? Hey, Lisa, how are you, honey? How are you? Welcome. Yami, welcome. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is crazy. This is really, really crazy. But I do believe that Usher, Justin Bieber crashed out because he was tired of all the stuff that Diddy was doing. I mean, that Usher was doing to him, and also Diddy too. Let's continue, y'all.
Bieber into it. And then years later, Usher sits down with Howard Stern and says he would never leave his own children with Diddy. His own words.
Elena, you're a mess.
Diddy, him and his boy, they're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
But he left Bieber there at 15 years old. You cannot say that and think Bieber is not going to eventually connect those dots. So when Bieber started unfollowing people, he was not being ungrateful. He was not being difficult. He was an adult man finally cutting off every single person who was around him during the most vulnerable period of his life. People who were supposed to protect him and did not. And Usher is one of those people. And this is where it gets even more serious, because Usher is just the first. Think about what is happening here. Scooter Braun is reportedly feeling like he is owed money from Bieber. Diddy, when he eventually gets out, is almost certainly going to have something to say. Everyone that Bieber has cut off from his past is going to come for him one way or another. Usher just happened to be the first one to do it face to face. And look at the boldness of it. This man really waited 6 to 8 months after being unfollowed. Saw Bieber at one of the most exclusive parties in Hollywood and decided that was the moment. At Beyonce's event, in front of half of the entertainment industry. That is not someone who is thinking clearly. That is someone who has been sitting on this anger.
Emma, hold up, soul up, y'all. Let's take a quick. Emma, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I am a content creator that allows people to have their own opinion. It's fine. It's not a problem, you know, but I do believe Diddy is a monster. I'm sorry. I believe that Diddy is a monster. He treated people bad. He had the power to embrace people, to elevate them. But Diddy, he, in my personal opinion, he was out there doing the most on the coast. I'm sorry. He was out there beating people up, hitting them with chairs, doing all kind of stuff, right? Doing all kind of stuff. Now, I'm not going to give him trafficking because I went to his case. Me and my baby went to his case. I was in the courtroom, literally 2-3 pews away from Janet, his mom, and 2 or 3 more from Diddy, from him sitting next to his lawyers. We went there. I seen him with my own 2 eyes. I don't believe that Diddy had the heart to try to help people. He did help people. I'm not saying that he didn't, but he had the power to help more people and to do better. But Diddy, he got too big for his britches, even when he sued the liquor company. And I believe that this is, a lot of this stuff that he put himself in. People, let me say this, y'all. People will create situations that get themselves in trouble, and then they back up and they say, oh, well, it was me. No, Diddy did stuff along the way. And what do? People watch. People say, oh, look at Diddy over there. Yeah, he's popping. He's doing this. He's doing that. But what is he doing behind closed doors? Beating people up, hitting people with kettlebells, slamming people with chairs, going to the record company, smacking people up, giving them 2 pieces and 42 biscuits to go. So he was doing nasty demonic stuff. And y'all, this situation with him going to jail, even though I won't give him sex trafficking charges, I'm not going to give him that, because Diddy was not making money. Diddy had a lot of money. I don't believe he was making any money off of sex trafficking. But what I do believe is that he has these, a mouthpiece. He's nasty, because y'all seen when he was on the MTV, what was it, Making the Band, how he was talking disgusting to a lot of them people. A lot of them people, he was talking nasty, made them go get cheesecake and they say it was for Beyonce. And then when they came back with the cheesecake, that allegedly she wasn't even there, she was gone, and wasn't thinking about no cheesecake. And he made them walk. Just because he has a lot of power, he was using that power in a negative way. Some people, they get power, they use it in a positive way. Some people get power and they use it in a negative way. And this is just how I feel about Diddy. He got all of this power and he was using it in a negative way. But y'all, let's continue. I do believe he took Justin Bieber for 48 hours and possibly did some horrible things to him. This is just my opinion. But y'all, let's turn it around and continue. Let's finish seeing what they got to say.
And finally snapped. And that level of reaction over an unfollow tells you that this is about way more than social media. Usher knows what Bieber knows. And Usher is scared of what Bieber might eventually say publicly.
TMZ is reporting that Usher and Justin Bieber got into an intense altercation at Beyonce and Jay-Z's Oscar party. This was the after party. Sources connected to Justin tell TMZ that Usher came up to Justin at the party with energy and anger, and the two got into a heated exchange. Usher, who the hell do you think you are? It says some people were saying that it ended in a fist fight between the two of them. Others say that there was no physical contact, but it was very intense. TMZ was told that Justin's been trying to erase everyone from his past, but it turns out Justin's always been rude to Usher. This is why I'll always be a believer. I wonder what Justin could be mad about. I will say that I doubt this would have happened if Haley were around. Haley was at the Vanity Fair after party. Some people speculate that Haley might be a handler, and the handlers are for situations like this. I personally believe that Usher should leave Justin Bieber.
Emma, I have to agree with you. Hold on, let me put that up. Hold on. Okay, I do. Emma says, Emma, you say that Diddy is a changed man. He possibly could be a changed man. People do change. I do believe people can change, right? I've seen it. I've experienced it. You see people, they were doing probably like some crazy wild things, and then they changed their life around to where they're not doing crazy and, crazy stuff or whatever they were doing before in their past. So I do have to give him, possibly he is changed. I don't know, because I don't know Diddy myself personally. But I do believe that people can change. People go to prison, they get rehabilitated, they, take classes, they come out and they're like a different person. People change all the time in so many different ways. And also, excuse me, as you are, younger, from like your 20s, hey, Drake Stash Mustache, how you doing, nephew? My nephew says, oh, look at my beautiful auntie. Hey, nephew, how are you? Thank you. Happy Sunday. How you doing this morning? Bronze says, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know Bronze either. How you doing, Bronze? I don't know if he's changed because I don't know him. But what I've seen in his disgusting behavior is unbelievable to me. when he was doing all this hitting, slapping, and putting hands, feet, and kettlebells on people, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with any grown adult, not even the children. Y'all know children fight all the time. You know, oh, mommy, he hit me. Oh, mama, she hit me. I don't agree with that at all. But I don't know if he's changed. He's in Fort Dix, where I'm sure he's so happy to be. I'm just saying. But, you know, maybe he has changed. I don't know. But all I'm saying is Diddy had the power to use his power in a positive way. But a lot of the times, Diddy was doing some crazy stuff. And then he was snitching on himself. He was going on Ellen and all these platforms. Remember, he was saying, "Yeah, I be throwing these parties, and you know, the police is gonna be called. The police gonna come get me, whatever." He was saying all these things. So I'm like, why are you saying that the police is gonna come and get you if you haven't done anything? If you at a party, minding your business, you know, turning up, look, having a drink, look, drinking and having a good time, you're not bothering nobody. But why would you say that the police and them are going to come and get you? You have to be doing something illegal. You have to be doing something bad to even say that. You know, it's like you cooking in the kitchen. You ain't bothering nobody. You cooking a meal. You know I love spaghetti and fried fish, y'all. That's my meal right there. But it's like you cooking in the kitchen, minding your business, and saying the police is going to come get you. You'd be like, well, why is the police coming to get you? Because you cooking spaghetti and fried fish. Like, there's no reason for the police to come and get you. So I do believe he was doing a whole lot of crazy stuff, right? Drake Mustache says he was manifesting. Nephew, you was a mess. Y'all know I manifest. Manifestation is powerful, y'all. I manifest. I try to do it every single morning, but some days I may miss. But manifestation is very, very powerful. Let me tell you, it is very powerful. But nephew, you was a mess. Y'all, let's continue.
Alone, leave the rest of us alone, and move in with his good friend Russell Simmons. Please go to Bali. I don't think that there's extradition there.
Here's the bottom line. Justin Bieber has spent the last few years quietly distancing himself from everyone connected to his past. No big public statements, no interviews dragging people, just clean, quiet exits. And these people are losing their minds over it because they cannot control the narrative when Bieber is not engaging with them. Usher walking up to him at Beyonce's party was not a power move. It was desperation. And Bieber walking straight out of there afterwards with Hailey, that was the real power move. The story is still developing, and something tells me this is far from over. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Bieber is right to cut these people off? And do you think Usher is going to address this publicly? Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to LoafTube for future celebrity videos, and turn on that post notification.
What are y'all's thoughts? Do y'all think that Justin Bieber, he's trying to disassociate himself? And do y'all think that he has like trauma because of the situations that he dealt with in Hollywood? I'm wondering, you guys. I really do think that they did something, because y'all remember, y'all remember when Justin Bieber was over there and he was with Odell Beckham, and he went down and was doing some stuff that, some stuff, he's a grown man, but do you think that this is a behavior that he learned when he was younger? That possibly could have, came into his adulthood to where now you're adult, now you make your own decisions, now it's legal. But do you think that he was introduced to these things at a young age? I think so. Bronze said he definitely has trauma. Yes, Bronze, he has a lot of trauma. And we can tell this because in certain videos, y'all, we see Justin Bieber, looking sad, looking like maybe he's on some medication, depressed, like his trauma is really, really showing. But y'all, let's check out this video and let's see what's going on, because this is where he was with Diddy, and Diddy said it's not about nobody business where he was at. But y'all, let's turn it around.
As soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock, because every time you
Let me back up.
Man. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come out and you gotta,
And look at Diddy. He was just grooming Justin Bieber right here. He was just grooming Justin Bieber. Yeah, I mean, look at Justin Bieber. He looks all happy. Look at him. He's smiling. He's like happy, not even knowing that Diddy is looking at him like a whole, oh, okay, there we go. Looking at him like a whole Scooby snack. He's looking at him like a whole Scooby snack. Yes, Ellen says grooming to the ultimate, right? And look at Diddy. He's a whole grown man. And like trying to show him, oh, this is a good life. This is a good life, when he's really trying to do these awful things to him. I do believe this is exactly what was going on, because he had him for 48 hours and he said it is nobody's business where he's taking Justin Bieber. I would not be comfortable taking somebody else's child at the age of 14, 15, 16, not even 2 years old, and I don't know them. That is very suspicious. Like, where are you taking my child at? And you telling me it ain't nobody business? Yes, it is my business. What if something happens? What if they get in a car accident? What if, you do these awful things and he come back and tell me you've been doing these awful things? Like, people, you got to be careful with these people that try to get your children. But y'all, let's listen. Let's continue.
I mean, I'm 15. You can ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. No, not yet.
No.
All right, 16.
No, wait. Slow down, Jess.
Okay.
Let's slow down, okay?
What's that
But yeah, the keys is yours when you get 16. You good to go.
I'm good to go.
Look at the way that Diddy was looking at him, y'all. Look at the way Diddy was looking at him like he was a whole Scooby snack. I mean, y'all, this is crazy. Y'all be careful who you let your children go with. I mean, even, because there was a situation that, I was aware of, that this one child had, went to go spend the night at her friend's house, and her friend's parents were PDFers. Y'all be careful about y'all children and y'all grandchildren. People are demonic. I mean, look at the Epstein files. Look at all the disgusting stuff that they allege these people do have done to children. Y'all, I take that very serious. That's near and dear to my heart with these children, protecting the children. But y'all, let's continue.
Yeah. All right. Then, when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. Amazing. So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, where we hanging out and what we doing.
Did you?
We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
You cannot disclose. Hold on, y'all. Hold up, swole up, y'all. Good morning. Happy Sunday, fun day, y'all. You telling me you're a grown man and you got this 15-year-old young boy, and you're telling me that you can't disclose where you're taking him? Like, what is a secret? What is a secret? A 15-year-old child that you don't know, that was just bought to you from Usher, and you can't tell nobody where you're taking this child at? Does that make sense to y'all? That does not make sense to me. That's like scary behavior. Could y'all imagine a grown man taking your son and saying, I can't tell you where we're going for 48 hours? You'd be like, whoa, what are you talking about? No, I want to know where my child is at. I don't know if you're going to do something, sexual. You trying to grape him? Are you guys getting an accident? Like, there's so many different things that me as a mother would be thinking about. Like, I don't know this person, but I would never give my child to anybody like that. Even when my kids were younger, they played sports. I was there. Basketball, football, cheerleading, track, all of that. I was right there. I was all eyes and ears. I did not allow my kids to go anywhere, or even anybody to pick them up and say, oh, no, we'll take your daughter or son, to practice. No. Well, you can drop them off and then come back. No, because people don't understand. Something can happen to your child in a split second that can change their life forever. And people don't think about that stuff, right? Like, I am like super, or was, because, my kids, they're 100,000 years old, right? But when, we were younger, and then we would, I'm not allowing you to take my child. No, I don't even know you from Adam. I don't know you. I can't trust you. I can't just say, okay, you're going to take my child to, sports practice or whatever. I can't entrust you to do that because I don't know you. You're just because you're another parent on the team. Y'all, people are like creepy these days. People are very creepy. You can't trust people because that's when things happen. Oh yeah, she's real green. She said we could, I could pick her, son or daughter up and take them to practice. Next thing you know, they are Amber Alert happens, or the child comes back and say, "Mama, he did this," or "Mama, she did this," because the men are doing stuff to little boys just as well as men are doing things to little girls. The same and vice versa. The women are doing stuff to little girls and women's doing stuff to little boys, right? We cannot say, because back in the day, back long time ago, we were in the mindset of if you let your child go or something happens, it's going to be like your daughter is going to be with a man doing something to your child, or if it's with your son, you think that it's a woman doing something. But these days, it's like you can't even like give that a sexual preference. You know what I'm saying? Just because you have a daughter and a woman takes your daughter to practice allegedly, you don't know if that woman's messing with your daughter or vice versa, right? I'm just keeping it real. But y'all, let's continue listening to this.
Have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
Did y'all hear what he said? Now you said you're gonna go full on buck crazy, right? Nephew says, I'm not trusting nobody, not even, yes, nephew. Say that again, nephew. Drake's dad's mustache says he's not trusting nobody, not even family members. Yes, because those family members, those are the ones too. You got the uncles and you got the aunties that are looking at your child like they are a Scooby snack too. They are not obsolete from the situation. That is so true. They will be the first ones trying to do something. I'll take your daughter somewhere, we family. Okay, we're going to Aunt Becky's house or Aunt Shanae's house. We're not, and then next thing you know, your child's coming to you and saying, Uncle or Auntie did this to me. I'm telling you. But when Diddy said that he is gonna go full buck crazy, does that sound like a sexual thing? To me, that's all I see. Full buck crazy? Like you about to be doing something really disgusting to my child. I don't know, y'all. That's crazy. But y'all, let's continue. Diddy is a mess, y'all.
Crazy.
Uh-oh.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls.
Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all.
Save on all your Lone Star favorites during Spex's Texas sale.
Hold on.
From the plane.
Let me go back. Yeah, that's crazy. There's no way. Uh-oh, where are we at? What is going on? Hold on, y'all. There is no way that you're gonna take my child anywhere. I'm sorry. And then, do y'all remember when Justin Bieber went to go visit Diddy, right? And then he went to go visit Diddy because this is when all this stuff started happening with Diddy. And Diddy went, Justin Bieber went to go visit Diddy. And then what was Diddy doing? Diddy was filling him up. Diddy was trying to see if he had a a wire on for like the federales. And then we're like, whoa, wait a minute. He is hugging him and he's like, filling him up, checking to see if he has a wire. So y'all, let's check this out too, y'all. Let's check it out. Let me rewind. Let's play that. Thank you, Melvin. Yes, Ellen is sad. Hey, Kathleen. And look at that, y'all. Look at Diddy. Look at Diddy. Look at him. Look at Diddy like checking for him to see if he got a wire on. Look at. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. Yo, I'm telling you this. I'm telling you, there is some creepy stuff with Diddy. And this is why I believe Usher and Justin Bieber had an altercation. And they said that they were laying hands. Like, were they laying hands, feet, and kettlebells like Diddy? I don't know. But the situation is crazy. But don't y'all remember when Usher went to what was that? He went on somebody's platform, and they were asking him, would you go? Oh yeah. Howard Stern. Remember, he went on Howard Stern, and Howard Stern was like, would you let your child go to, like, puffy flavor camp? And Usher was like, absolutely not. Well, why did you allow yourself to take Justin Bieber to Diddy then, right? It doesn't make any sense. Like, if I know that I endured some pain, some trauma, maybe some SADV, allegedly, possibly, with Diddy, while you were under Diddy's, under his roof, four corners, why would you take Justin Bieber or even suggest anybody? Like, you should have got out of there and left. But y'all, listen to what Usher has to say. Y'all, listen to what Usher has to say when Howard Stern asked him, would you allow your kid to go over there? Like, let's see what he says.
Hell no.
When he was just getting his foot in the music industry's door, a 13-year-old Usher spent a year living with Combs. Usher opened up about this experience in a 2016 interview with Howard Stern.
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, could you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
Although he made it sound like a blast, Usher hinted at something more disturbing beneath the surface. Usher said that he didn't, quote, understand what he was even looking at, and, quote, very curious things were taking place.
I went there to see the lifestyle,
Right.
and I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at.
Perhaps most telling, Usher made it clear that he wouldn't want his children attending, quote, puffy camp like their father.
You're a dad now. Would
Wow.
you ever send your kid to puffy
No
camp?
puffy
Hell
camp.
no.
No puffy camp. He didn't want his kids to be, attending the puffy camp, because this is not what, he would do. But y'all, check this out right here, because Diddy was off the chain, y'all. He was off the Richter scale, y'all.
Get close to the bed. Don't get close to bed, but it's just like, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, you did it.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. I should look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. I should.
Fresh off the guard stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like this out. Back in the days when he was.
Did you hear what he said? We used to wake up. Him and Usher used to wake up? What? Hey, the Crawford Experience, how are you? Welcome. He said we used to wake up? Does that mean y'all were sleeping in the same bed? Put a 1 in the chat if that sound like they were sleeping in the same bed. What in the Waka Flocka Flame? Hold up. The Crawford Experience says Puppy is paying the price for it now. Exactly. I do believe so. Hold on, y'all, because he said that when we woke up, and then he tried to switch it up real quick. Did y'all hear him? Hold on. Dang it. Okay, I'm going to play it back from there. Y'all, listen to what he says. I'm about to say Umar. Diddy is diabolical, y'all. He's diabolical. If you were trying to teach him something at a young age, why is he out at the club? Why is he drinking? Why are you sleeping and y'all waking up and scraping and scrambling for Fruit Loops and Sugar Smacks? Y'all, this is crazy. Listen to what he says. I'm telling you, he tried to hurry up and change what he said when we used to wake up. Y'all, let's recap it. This is crazy.
Fresh off the guard stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like this out.
Did y'all hear what he said? He said we used to wake up. No. Hold on, pause. Did y'all hear that? This is why I say I truly believe, I don't care what nobody says. he was doing things, Diddy was doing things, I believe, to Usher since he was little. And y'all remember when Big Gene, shout out to Uncle Gene Deal, he said that Usher was rushed to the hospital, that Diddy was blowing his back out. And that he had to go to the emergency room. And these are his words, not mine. Usher had to go to the emergency room, and he had to, get his badunkadunk taken care of. This is what Gene Deal said. Because this is why I say that Diddy was doing stuff, allegedly, I believe, to Usher and to Justin Bieber. I do believe that. Why did Diddy, out of his own mouth, and this video was 11 years ago. Why did Diddy, out of his own mouth, say, yeah, when we used to wake up, I meant. No, you didn't mean that. What you said is what you meant, right? Hey, Yoshia, how are you? Welcome. This is what you meant, Diddy. You was over here having these little boys sleep on you, and you was doing stuff to them, I believe. Because there's no way I'm sending my child to somebody, and my daughter, and then she's waking up with another woman. You don't even sleep with me in the bed. But you over there sleeping with this woman in the bed, and you're supposed to be learning gymnastics or how to cheerlead? No, absolutely not. The Crawford experience that I believe Puff will be out by the fall of 2027. They're saying that he's supposed to be released earlier. I heard that. I need to go and check. Thank you for that. Yes, Elena says Usher was enjoying it. He was the best. I'm telling you, this is crazy. My nephew says he even said pause because he realized how gay it sounds. Yes, nephew. Didn't he say like he was trying to hurry up and change what he said flying out his mouth? Did he not? Hold on, y'all. We got to play that back because, see, this is why I always tell y'all, family. This is why I always tell you, you have to listen to what people say, their words out of their mouth, because you did not accidentally mean to say that. No, you meant to say it because that's what happened. You don't mean, y'all, we got to play it again. We got to play it again because, see, Diddy thinks he is slicker than Vaseline and the baby oil that he was using on them people, on 50 Cent baby mama. Y'all, let's wrap that back. Let's wrap that back because these are his words, not ours, right? These are his words, not ours, y'all. Let's listen again because I'm telling you, Diddy thinks he's slicker than Vaseline, y'all. I'm telling you, these people are demonic. Oh my God, they are demonic entities.
Playing. I should.
Fresh off the guard stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like this out.
Wow.
Back in the days when he was
See, he said pause. He knew that exactly what he was saying, but y'all, let's continue to listen. This is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the frosted flakes because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world.
Yo, what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this for me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the frosted flakes. And we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid. Listen,
having a good time, yo. Like your Usher made it in the yo.
See, y'all, I am telling y'all, these people, when a story happens, when something happens, hold on. When something happens and you're telling the story and you're trying to not tell all the business, but then you do tell the business and you try to pause. I didn't mean to say that. Like, you really, really meant to say that because that's what really happened, right? Y'all, this is crazy. But this is really, really exactly what happened, right? Nephew says he slipped up so that he just started saying anything to change the subject. Yes, you see that, nephew? He was trying to say anything to get out of there, to be like, oh, snap, crackle, pop. I didn't mean to say that. Look, I didn't mean to say that. Excuse me, y'all, my nose running. I didn't mean to say that, right? This is what he was saying. He said, "Ooh, pause." Isn't that what's his name? What is that one that always says pause? I can't remember his name, but remember he always saying pause. What's his name? The one Dame Dash is always like pause. Y'all, check this out. This is why, according to Gene Deal, this is why Usher went and got, he had to go to the hospital because allegedly, Diddy blown his back out when he was little, when he was younger. And this is why I believe not Usher, Justin Bieber crashed out on Usher, because Usher gave Justin Bieber to Diddy. And Justin Bieber is like going through all kind of trauma now, and he's saying, it's your fault that I'm going through all the trauma. You the one who brought me to Diddy. You seen where he took me for 48 hours? You were in charge of me. You were supposed to be like my guardian. You were supposed to be responsible for me, and you turned me over there to the sharks. And then next thing you know, he's over there doing all kind of different stuff. Hey, Teron, how are you? Welcome. He's doing all kind of disgusting things. Like Diddy is passing him here. Diddy's passing him there. He's having him, with Odell Beckham. He went down. Remember, he went down. And then next thing you know, we're like, whoa, what is Justin Bieber doing to We already know what he was doing to Odell Beckham in that crowd of people. But y'all, listen to what Gene Deal, shout out to Gene Deal. Gene Deal, he tells us why Usher went to the hospital. He tells us he got his tasty cakes taken by Diddy, allegedly. This is what we gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say. This is my opinion, and y'all may think the same thing. He got his back blown out by Diddy, and he had to go to the emergency room. But y'all, let's listen to Gene Deal. Shout out to Art of Dialogue, because Gene Deal is gonna tell us basically that Diddy was basically grooming him. And like I said, Justin Bieber crashed out with Usher after the Oscars at Beyonce's house, because he's like, you the one who got me in this traumatized situation. But y'all, let's listen to Uncle Gene. Let's listen and see what he got to say about the situation. Shout out to Art of Dialogue.
If you don't mind me asking, because I know the topic is sensitive, what happened to Usher?
I heard about some music executives from the industry back in Harlem. I heard it from some music executives back in Harlem. And I'm not going to speak on their name. They doing programs and everything like that. And they may speak on
yeah, he did.
But I heard it from some music executives.
What did you hear?
Bro, you know how people be talking, and we was around some people, something like that, and then some people might say, yo, I don't F with that dude. And at the time, I didn't know who the F Usher was. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those type of situations. And we'll probably say, yo, man, I don't F with them. I'm getting out that industry and everything like that. Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent him to the hospital?
Wow.
Man, Nick was bleeding from the butt.
Wow.
And that's what was said. I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time.
Wow.
Then you heard, and that's what happened.
Wow.
And that's just,
so he said he didn't even know Usher's name at the time. And this shout out to Art of Dialogue. This is the title right there. Gene Deal finally reveals what Diddy allegedly did to Usher to send him to the hospital. Shout out to Art of Dialogue. This was a year ago. But this is why, hey, Dr. J, how are you? This is why Justin Bieber crashed out the other day with Usher, because Usher is the reason why he's having all of these traumatizing situations. But y'all, let's continue listening to Uncle G. Let's continue.
That's something that you heard.
Wow.
You don't know if it's true. You just heard it. So, and just to hear this and this new thing where he's saying that they got kids coming forward and said that he did that. Man.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
And like I just said, that's just something that I heard. It's something that I didn't know. It's something that I ain't see.
Wow.
A lot of people want to, because Gene Deal has spoken on certain things that I've heard, I've spoken on it.
Yep.
But then they're trying to say that I know. No, I'm not scared to say what I heard. Facts. And if there's any truth to it, then it's truth to it. Let them find it.
Wow. And see, y'all, this is why, let me turn it around. Hey, happy Sunday to you too, Dr. J. Happy Sunday to everybody, y'all. It's Happy Sunday Fun Day Day. Happy Sunday Fun Day, y'all. But y'all, this is why I totally believe the crash out with Justin Bieber and Usher was because of this situation. And I believe that maybe in this next court hearing that Diddy is having, this is my opinion, I believe there's something going on behind the scenes, because why would Justin Bieber crash out when they're starting to talk about Diddy's trial? We thought, me and my hubby, Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy, when we went to the trial, because I was like, oh yeah, Diddy's in trouble, blah, blah, but we did not hear anything in reference to the children. Y'all remember I was, I'm still new to YouTube, but last year when I was reporting all the way up to the time that me and my baby went to the trial, remember we were like, oh, Diddy's in trouble. He done did this to the children, Usher, Justin Bieber, and that wasn't not even the case. Hey, my baby, Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy. My baby says facts. Yes, facts. So this is why I believe this trial right here that is circulating, they say Diddy's going back to court for a whole another, like, other charges. Hey, Indian player, how are you? Welcome. Remember, they are saying that Diddy's going back to court. So this is why Justin Bieber crashed out, because he's like, oh my goodness, hold up, swole up. Justin Bieber's like, they are asking me all kind of stuff. And now, Usher, it's your fault. You had me in this, this web of trauma because you brought me to Diddy. You were supposed to protect my tasty cakes, my whole, existence as being a young child from Diddy and all these predators, and you even you failed me on that too. Like, my mom allowed you to have custody of me. You took me to Diddy, and then next thing you know, they're passing Justin Bieber along. They're passing him all around Hollywood. They are passing him all the way around. Even that other young guy, what's his name, baby? The young guy that was singing, he was like with Suge Knight. Remember the one that he said Mary J. Blige? He was hooked up with her and he was like 14 or 15 and he couldn't believe he was sleeping with Mary J. Blige, and now he's like a gay man. Like, he was even like brought into the industry doing all these things that were sad. As a young child, do y'all remember when y'all were 14? Yeah, Danny Boy. Thank you, Tehran. Yes, Danny Boy. Remember, Danny Boy came up on Art of Dialogue. I believe it was Art of Dialogue. He came up and he was telling how Mary J. Blige, did these nasty things to him. Mary J. Blige was messing with Danny Boy when he was the same age as Justin Bieber, when Justin Bieber was brought into the industry, through Usher, and gave him to Diddy. So it's so crazy how these things happen, but that is what they do in Hollywood. Like, even when I was younger, my kids were young, I would not have allowed somebody to say, well, yeah, your daughter knows how to sing, oh, your son knows how to sing or whatever. Can we just go ahead and take them to Hollywood? You're going to be taking all of us. We come as a package deal. There's no way I'm going to allow you to take my child at a young age. I don't know you from Adam, and think that it's going to be okay that you take I don't know if you're setting them up for a raping situation, my daughter or my son. You don't know if they're going to kidnap them and you're going to never see them again. You don't know what these people are going to do to your child, to your children, right? So there's no way I would even allow that to be even a thought in my mind, because my mind would be racing. Like, oh my God, I would be, oh no, my nerves bad. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I don't know where my child is. They're not answering the phone. No. There's no way. But let's listen to what else Uncle Gene has to say about Usher getting his tasty cakes allegedly blown out by Diddy and being rushed to the emergency room, y'all. This is sad. This is why Justin Bieber and Usher crashed out.
Things that I saw or things that I've witnessed and been a part of, I've said it. I'm not afraid to say what I saw or what I didn't see. A lot of people want to make up
Facts, Shawnee, facts.
When I say Puff go in the room with two girls, you understand, and another guy and a rapper, and then all of a sudden they cousin try to go in the room, I throw them up against the piano, they run out the room grabbing towels and they naked. They still have two girls in the room.
Wow.
But people want to make up a lot of bullshit.
Wow. So even Gene is seeing all of the BS that was going on. Gene was seeing all the BS because y'all know, if y'all don't know, Gene Deal was Diddy's security guard back in the day. So Diddy was doing a whole bunch of shenanigans, a whole bunch of BS back in the day, and Gene Deal was seeing everything unfold. So Gene Deal is saying that he knows that some of these stories that are being put out are crazy. Now, let me turn the camera. I interviewed Jonathan Hay. And Jonathan Hay, I'm going to have to call him back and I'm going to have to get another interview with him because he is, I think, in this situation, in this court case with Diddy. There's a lot going on. So I interviewed Jonathan Hay, I believe it was last year. It may have been the year before last, right? But I interviewed Jonathan Hay, who is Rihanna's publicist, and he even said that these people be telling lies. They be making up all kinds of stories just to cover their badonkadonks. But this is why I say Justin Bieber, I believe, was raped, was DV'd, essayed, and passed on like Puff Puff Give. This is what was going on with Justin Bieber. That's why they crashed out, because Justin Bieber, he's traumatized. He has a lot of trauma. He has a lot going on, right? But y'all, let's continue listening to Uncle Gene and let him finish telling what happened with Usher and Diddy, why he had to go to the hospital.
They want to say and flip it the way they want to flip it.
Facts.
I tell it like it is.
Yep.
But you got these guys, you got these people out here, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, all this is for entertainment, man.
Mm-hmm.
Some people want the truth. Some people speak the truth.
Yep.
Some people don't even know the truth and it smack them dead in the fucking face, brother.
Wow.
But I'll tell you one thing. It's from my mouth to God's ear. And all these clowns can say whatever they want to say.
Wow.
Like I'm just saying, he lived a rock and roll lifestyle when I was with him, bro. I don't know about his sex addiction and stuff like that. You know, he was a totally different person, bro. When I try to tell people that, they don't understand that. He was probably doing some of the little snakes, doing some things and stuff like that, you know. But the magnitude and what he was doing with the freak off parties and all like that, yo, I didn't experience that with him.
Wow.
That was not my experience with Diddy.
Wow.
Or Puffy. Or Puff Daddy. That wasn't my experience with him.
Wow.
And you had no idea who Usher was when you heard about him?
I didn't know who Usher was at the time.
Dang.
It's all going to come out some kind of way, bro.
And it has.
All this is God's... this is going to be... This is something that was put in place, and it was the design by God, brother, for all this to happen and go down like this.
Wow. And I truly believe that too. I truly believe that. And like I said, I cannot stress how much I do believe that this situation right here, just like Gene said, is designed to basically come out to the forefront. Y'all know the saying, like, what you do in the dark will come to the light. I know y'all are like 100,000 years old like me, right? 100,000 years old, but I claim 21 every single year. 21 and I wake up. Let me stop playing. But y'all, we see that when people do stuff in, when you do stuff in the dark, it will come out to the light, right? It always happens like that. It always happens like that. But like Terrence Howard said, like there's nothing wrong with like, because we love everybody, no matter what your sexual preference is. But when you start to do stuff in the dark, it comes to the light, especially with the children, right? Especially with the children. Look at the Epstein files. Do y'all see the disgusting stuff that was in the Epstein files? And like people are still supporting these disgusting men and women. And it's not just men. Let's be 1,000 on that. It's not only men. Women are disgusting and doing nasty stuff too. And I say that because I watch the Louisiana Parole Board almost every single day. And I listen to these women the women that are in prison. They be like, well, what are you here? Please tell us, what happened. They don't say please. They say, tell us why you're here in prison. Why are you in prison today, ma'am? Well, my boyfriend or my husband, and he was or we were, touching, my daughter or our daughter or my son or our son. And you'd be like, whoa, wait a minute. So what happens with women doing these disgusting things too? Look at Mary J. Blige. That's why I brought up the Mary J. Blige situation. Because Mary J. Blige was 100 years old messing with that young boy, Teron. I can't remember his name. See, Teron mentioned the name, Danny Boy. She was a grown woman messing with the child. So it's not just men doing it, it's women too. This disgusting on both sides, on everything, right? So it's crazy. But y'all remember when Terrence Howard went up and he said that you know, when a man, you know, when a man is like, you know, they're in Hollywood, and whenever you get, you know, a man gets, you know, his tasty cakes. Hey, mixtapes, how are you? Welcome. Whenever a man, you know, that is not gay, or a young man like Justin Bieber gets his tasty cakes taken, his black back blown out, that a man will never recover from that if they're not like that, right? You know, and these are traumatizing things that I believe Justin Bieber went and, you know, he went and experienced this because he was a young person in Hollywood. He didn't know anything. He was what they say green. He was really green, young, didn't know anything, didn't know how people were playing, you know, because people would play you all the way to the left, to the right. You don't know what, you know, what angle they're coming on. They come in there and tell you, oh, you're so beautiful, or oh, you're so handsome, and this, that, and the third. Next thing you know, they are trying to get into between your legs, or trying to do anything to manipulate you, manipulate your money, trying to steal from you. Just like they said, Usher was stealing from Justin Bieber. And not only was he stealing money, allegedly, from what this, you know, what the video said, but also he was like basically like passing Justin Bieber along the way. But let's listen to Terrence Howard, because Terrence Howard, I'm telling you, he speaks truth to fact that when these things happen, like Justin Bieber, what I allege happened to Justin Bieber, people cannot come back from it. They are traumatized for life. Y'all know, like, I had a friend, right? A friend came over to my house, and I have white furniture. Y'all know I love white. I have all white furniture. So my friend came, and we had a little dog, a little applehead Chihuahua dog, right? And my friend at the time was 50-something years old, and this was years ago. So, you know, she came over, opened the door. Hey, girl, how you doing? She came in, and my little dog just came and stood there, because my dog was really shy at the point. I mean, you know, really shy at that back then, but was always a shy little applehead Chihuahua. So I opened the door, and I was like, hey, girl, come on in. So she came in. The dog was walking towards her. She literally, and she wasn't no little, you know, she wasn't no thin, skinny. She was a big girl. She jumps on my couch, on my white couches. And I'm like, girl, what's wrong with you? You better get off my couch. She's like, I'm scared. I'm scared of dogs. And I was like, whoa, I'm sorry. What happened? What you scared? She was all on she was all up on that couch, y'all. I was dying laughing. But I'm saying this to say, she got bit by a dog when she was a little child, and it traumatized her all the way up into her 50s. So y'all can imagine with Justin Bieber, the stuff that he endured going into Hollywood at 14, 15 years old at a young age. These things will stick with you through life, right? Hey, guy, how are you? These things will stick with you through life, and they are traumatizing. But let's see what Terrence Howard has to say, because I'm telling you, this crash out with Justin Bieber and Usher, it goes deeper than we probably even know. But I believe this is why he crashed out. But y'all, let's listen to Terrence and see him say what he has to say.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Why do you think that is with the creative side? Well, because losing out money, you got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far. You know, who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what he had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it.
Facts.
They got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. You know, but when you lose your man card.
Facts. And I believe this will happen to Justin Bieber, because whenever we see Justin Bieber, a lot of the times, I'm not going to say 100% of the times, when we see Justin Bieber, what do we think? He looks like he's on drugs. He looks like he's possibly drunk. He looks like he is outer space. He looks like he is struggling through all of this stuff that he endured in his younger years is still like sticking with him. This is trauma. But even when Terrence Howard just said, when you lose your man card, you know, not everybody is a straight man, and that's okay. We love everybody here at the lounge. But when you're not that type of person, you're not gay, and it's just pushed upon you, especially coming into the industry and they make you do this, and you're like, you don't even know what your sexuality is. Back in the day, at that age, a lot of kids didn't know what their sexuality, sexual preference was. You know what I'm saying? So when it's pushed upon you and then things are just taken from you as a young child and you're like, whoa, I don't know, you know, if I like girls or if I like boys. And it's pushed upon you and then now you're traumatized because you're like, I was forced to do this. I didn't have free will on my own to choose, pick and choose if I like this or not. But y'all, let's listen back to what Terrence Howard was saying about the man card. Let's listen.
There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. You know, but when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it.
Wow.
So when you give up that man card,
and look at him,
you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Look at him. He's like, whoa, like that's so powerful. Y'all, look at what he Terrence Howard is speaking truth to facts. But the interview guy, he is like, whoa, that's a little powerful. Like, let's play that back.
Your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get.
He was looking like, whoa, Terrence Howard, that was deep. That was deep. Hey, my baby's laughing. Yeah, that was deep, right, baby? That was deep. The man, he was looking like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, hold on. I got to take a few minutes to think about what you just said, Terrence. His look was epic, y'all. Hold on. Let's play that back.
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man...
Hold on, wait a minute now. I got to dissect this. Hold on, you said something powerful. You said something really powerful, but I got to think about this. Hold on, wait a minute. Did you say, and he even asked him, did you say what I think you heard? I think you said, my baby says, put the garlic in. Y'all, put the garlic in the chat. Yeah, you got to protect your tasty cakes. Put the garlic in the chat, you guys, because we have to wear garlic to survive the industry, y'all. Whether you like it, you know, if you are a gay person or not, if you like the same sex, it's all right. But when you're forced and somebody comes and takes it, you got to put the garlic on to protect the tasty cakes and to protect your soul from being taken. Because these people will drink what they take, like your soul, they drink your blood, they drink all kind of stuff, y'all. Put the garlic in the chat because we got to protect our soul. We got to protect our tasty cakes. We got to protect everything going into Hollywood. Terrence Howard said some powerful stuff for this man. He's like, oh my goodness, did you say that? He said, what do you mean by that? Oh my goodness, hold on, wait a minute, hold on, swole up, wait a minute now. Y'all, let's listen to him because he looks like he is like, oh my God. Did you just say that? Do I need to go get some garlic? Do I need to protect my tasty cakes? Do I need to protect my soul? Oh my goodness, y'all, this is hilarious. But what Terrence Howard said is so powerful. I gotta give it to him. But let's continue to listen, y'all.
Card. You don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time.
Facts.
You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy.
Facts.
It's always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things. When you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it.
Wow.
That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a
Wow. And y'all, I believe he is one of the people that he's definitely talking about, in my opinion, is Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber, he was given up by Usher to Diddy. And Diddy took him. Diddy was like, puff, puff, and give. puff, puff, and give. He was passing Justin Bieber along to all kind of people, to where even Odell Beckham was over there, and he was giving the oochie coochie la 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 on the front end to Odell Beckham. Justin Bieber was. So Justin Bieber, he's been traumatized. I feel so sorry for him. My heart goes out to him. When you see him, he looks like he's in some of the videos and some of the, interviews he's done along the years. He looks like he's very traumatized and he's dealing with stuff. He can't even, think about the questions he's being asked at these interviews, because he's probably having so many flashbacks sitting there and just, thinking like, oh my goodness, Diddy did this, He can't even focus on the situation at hand. But y'all, let's continue, because I'm telling you, this is crazy, y'all. This is crazy.
Consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You should have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there, because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, you...
Facts, Brahms, yep.
You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Wow, that's powerful. This guy right here, he is like, oh my God, what you said is so powerful. So powerful. It is so powerful, Terrence Howard. He could not believe Terrence. What he says is so true, though. I got to give it to Terrence Howard. It's 1,000% true. If you are not like a gay man, and somebody comes and you're forced to have, sex with the same sex or whatever, even if it's a woman, if you're forced to do that, not saying that, this is what you like. If it's not what you like and you're being forced, that's something that is traumatizing. It will sit with you for the rest of your life. Like I said, my friend came over. She had a traumatization from being bit by a dog, and she was 50-something years old at this time. And back then, she was bit and it affected her through her whole life. She says she's scared of dogs. Doesn't matter if it was a little dog, because it wasn't even a little dog. What she told me it wasn't even a little dog that bit her. It was a big dog that bit her. But my dog was a little applehead chihuahua, and she was still scared of dogs. Like, it didn't matter if it was a big dog, a little dog. Look, even if it was like what's it called? Like a ferret. She's scared of all of that because she was bit and it traumatized her. And this is why I say Justin Bieber is traumatized, because of what happened with him while he was younger. That's why he crashed out at Usher at Beyonce's after party. He was like, this stuff is going on. I believe that he's gonna probably have to testify in court with this new stuff that Diddy is going to court for. This is just my opinion. I may be wrong, and I'll take the L for that. But I believe this is what's going on behind the scenes. But y'all, let's continue.
You went to a whole different place. I get it. So you see some guy struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that.
Facts, Regina, facts.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card.
Sad.
You need therapy.
Yes.
And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. The women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything.
Facts. Facts, you guys. I got to agree with Terrence Howard. I put a one in the chat if y'all agree with Terrence Howard, right? There's nothing wrong with doing what you like to do, whether it's tap dancing, being a comedian like my baby. Yes, he's a comedian. He makes fun and laughs and makes you laugh and says some crazy stuff that is funny, right? But when you love doing what you love to do, whether that's dancing, whether that's cooking, decorating like me, I love decorating, right? I love to decorate. I love to make things. I love to, I love to do a lot of things, as we all do. But could you imagine you having to say, oh, you want to cook the spaghetti and fried fish dinner? Okay, you got to turn around so I can get blow your back out and take your tasty cakes. I couldn't imagine. Could y'all imagine If you love doing something, cleaning house, organizing, gardening, cutting grass, but before you do it, they say, "Oh no, you want to cut this grass? You want to trim up the edges and stuff? Oh no, we got to take your tasty cakes. Turn around, we got to take your tasty cakes. We got to blow your back out." Could y'all imagine that? You know how crazy that sounds and how crazy that is? Something that you love to do, you have to go and get, you have to give up yourself. You have to give up your values. You got to give up your morals, your self-respect, just so that you can do this. Like, it's like, why do I got to give up my tasty cakes? Because I love cooking spaghetti and fried fish and serving it and, getting people's bellies full and then letting them enjoy a meal. Like, why do I have to get my tasty cakes taken and my back blown out? Because I like to sing and I like to, make people laugh. Like, make people, if you're a comedian, make people laugh, or, I'm singing, making people enjoy my music. Like, why do I have to take myself, like, why do I have to give myself up like that? Like, I have, like, self-respect. I have, I have morals. My morals is not going to allow me to do that. And I don't care what it is in life. Like, I'm not signing up for that type of program, right? I'm not signing up for that program. But some people feel like, oh, if I don't do this, I'm not going to make it. If I don't do this, I'm not going to be successful. Well, there's other options that you can do, especially nowadays. I can't speak from back then, excuse me, my nose is running. I can't speak from back then when Justin Bieber and a lot of people even people are still going and trying to come into the industry, right? But, there's other ways that you can come into the industry, and not in the industry as Hollywood, but and you can blow yourself up. You can make yourself famous by getting on YouTube, by getting on like TikTok, Instagram, making music, put it on Spotify, all these different streaming apps to make yourself like relevant, to, blow yourself up. A lot of people have done that and they became millionaires. They become, famous. They've been, they've been, like, it's like the backup to Hollywood, I guess, per se. You don't have to go through them looking at you. They're staring at you, looking you up and down like you're a Scooby snack. You're like, no, I don't want to. And that's what people have to understand. They don't have to go through Hollywood just to get their fame and fortune that they want nowadays, because times have changed. Things are different from when Justin Bieber and Usher came into the industry. Remember, like back then, like all these famous people were so untouchable. You couldn't email them. You couldn't message them. You couldn't hit them on the Instagram. You couldn't come on their YouTube, put messages in there under their videos. You couldn't do a lot of that stuff. TikTok. I had what's her name? What is her name? The one that Tasha K is beefing with. What is her name again? Cardi B. Cardi B put me on her page. Yeah, Cardi B put me on her page. I was like, thanks, Cardi B. Thank you, girl. But yeah, Cardi B put me on her page. I was on TikTok. She found me and she put me on her page. Somebody had to tell me, one of my TikTok followers, they said, do you know that Cardi B put you on the page? I was like, girl, get out of here. And I went, and sure enough, I went and I was on Cardi B's page. So people have the misconception that they have to go through Hollywood. No, you don't. Nowadays, you don't. Back then, like I said, yeah, you had to. But not that you have to go through now, because like I said, going through TikTok, going through Instagram and stuff, going through YouTube and all that, people see you. You're letting your face be, you're letting your presence be known, like who you are. Yes, I'm the lounge. Yes, I'm the lounge. I love to do content about court cases. I love to do content about scammers. I love doing that type of content. So let me go ahead and do this. If you sing, even if you cook, like I had somebody, matter of fact, I need to check them out, because they wanted help doing, content, and asked me, how do you do it and stuff like that. Making content is easy, but just when you make content, you got to make great content, and then you will elevate. When you make great content, doing reactions to videos that, like the famous people, you do reactions to them, your channel is going to grow and blow up. But when you're doing other stuff, you're not going to grow. So that's why it's important to do reactions and put yourself out there to be seen by people who are higher up. Like even my hubby Jamil Peterson, he made a diss track. You know, my baby, he's a mess. He's a comedian though. He is a comedian. People got to understand Jamil is a comedian. He's hilarious. He put out some diss records. Y'all know he loved to put out diss records, and he's always, trolling, just out of fun, comedy, right? And 50 Cent just I think it was like, no, Joe Budden, just like 2 or 3 days ago, put him up on his channel and talking about 50 Cent diss song. Then 50 Cent also put my baby up on his page for this song that, just joking. But you don't know who will see you. 50 Cent put him up there, right? And my baby, he got some movie premiere in May. On my birthday, he has a movie premiere. But anyway, if y'all don't know Jamil Peterson, my baby, he's an actor. He acts. This is his second movie. And he also is a comedian in real life. People think that, he's just on here trolling. No, he's a comedian, y'all. He makes you laugh by saying crazy laughing stuff, right? But I'm saying all that to say, you do not, thank you, Alina, thank you. You don't have to go through Hollywood to get like their stamp off of approval. You get on these apps, TikTok, like I said, Instagram, here on YouTube, and there's a lot of other stuff that I don't use. I don't use, what's it called? X. I don't use that. There is there's like so many different other platforms, but I don't fool up with two. I do TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. That's all I do. And I don't even post on Instagram and TikTok as much as I do on YouTube, but I'm gonna start picking up on YouTube again. But this is how you grow. This is how you get yourself out there. You don't have to turn your badonkadonk around, get your tasty cakes taken. You don't have to sell your soul for a jelly roll. You don't have to say, oh, I want to be this, but I have to give that. Like, you don't have to do that. You just turn on a camera, even if you don't even know what you want to talk about. Just throw some, when I first started YouTube, I was just throwing stuff at the wall. Like they say, you just throw spaghetti at the wall, see what sticks. What stuck for me was doing reactions to, famous people, right? Like, Beyonce and Jay-Z and all that, even though I don't care for them. But just doing reactions to the famous people. That's what will make you grow. That's what will make you grow. And you will grow. I only have my channel for 2 years. I've only been on YouTube, so I'm a baby. Hey, Purple Flower, how are you? I'm a baby in this YouTube streets, but I'm already at 51,000 subs. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that when you do certain content, it will make you grow. When you do just reaction videos to these famous people, this is where you grow. This is where the money is at. This is how you grow. And even you make yourself look at even like Tasha K, like she was doing reaction videos, and I don't know her for that long, but she was doing reaction videos and stuff, doing content like that. That's how people grow. But you don't have to sell your soul for a jelly roll. And this is why Justin Bieber is crashing out and has all this trauma to his situation. But y'all, let's finish listening to this video, y'all. Let me not go on, because I'll be on a whole rat race of how people can do great here on YouTube and on other platforms. You don't have to like YouTube, but you may like Instagram. You may like TikTok, but they're all the same thing. It's just constant reactions or doing whatever you want to do and just keeping it clean and growing. But y'all, let's listen to this, the rest of this video.
Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process, I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place. What benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason.
Wow.
Because the aggression is necessary.
Wow. Wow. Hold on. Y'all know Terrence Howard, one thing about him, if y'all don't know, he is like a genius. I mean, he done wrote things and got them patent. He is very, very, very smart. I mean, he tells you how many, sperm cells men generate and all this other stuff. He is really a smart person. But y'all, let's continue.
No matter what.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequence when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at it. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I'm playing the music. And he's sitting there, just looking at me.
Wow.
I'm waiting. Okay.
Wow.
So then my assistant was like, you know, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you.
Oh.
That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh.
Wow.
Okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication.
Wow. Hey, loving myself. How are you? Oh my, did y'all hear what he said? He said the assistant was like, he wants to clap your cheeks, Terrence. He wants to blow your back out and take your tasty cakes. Oh my God. Oh, jalapeno. Loving myself says, hello, how are you, sis? I didn't even get the memo that you was live. Oh, wow. I don't know, YouTube. You see how many people are in the building. YouTube is playing with my emotions on this Sunday fun day, sis. But it's okay. We still going to keep it moving, right? That's what we do. We're not going to give up. We're not going to lose hope. And nobody is going to have to blow my back out and take my tasty cakes, right? We're just going to keep on moving, right, sis? We're going to keep on moving, right? Brandy says, what does it profit man to gain the world but lose the soul? Exactly, Brandy. Exactly. Like, I would not give and I've been asked to do some acting roles, right? But not with those type of elite people or whatever. But if I start acting, because you know me and my baby, we be cutting up. Like we be really cutting up. But if I do become do get into the acting role, because my baby, he's an actor, you know, he acts and he does comedy, I'd be let them know that's not an option. If I can't act and do what me and my baby like to do, that's not an option. Me and my baby's not signing up for that program, right? We're not signing up for that program. We're not getting our tasty cakes taken or our backs blown out for a couple of dollars. Now, we love to work now. We love to work. We love to work. Me and my baby, we love to work. We love to do stuff. And you know what I'm saying? But that's not an option for us. We not getting our back blown out and getting our tasty cakes taken for 3 movie roles or for 1 movie role and a couple of skits or something like that. We're not doing that. No. We're not. We work hard, but we don't work hard for the devil. We work hard for the positivity and to make sure that we keep our souls intact, self-respect intact. We're not going to be doing anything that is demonic. I'm not drinking nobody's blood. I'm not going to be doing none of that demonic stuff that they do. This is what they do. You're not going to be doing, we're not doing no demonic stuff. Like, I did not do any demonic stuff to get to where I'm at, me and my baby. He didn't do anything in his other roles to get his soul taken, to get his back blown out, to make it to where he's at today. No, we're not doing that. But y'all, let's continue listening to Terrence because he is speaking truth to facts. Let's continue. This is what happened to Justin Bieber, I believe.
Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. You know, when you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. Wow. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way.
That's right. That's right.
I don't
That's
play
right.
roles.
That's right. That's one thing that me and my baby, we not compromising any of that. We are not allowing somebody to come in and try to ask us, you want this movie role? You want this, you want that? And then try to be like, yeah, I want, okay. They say, well, you got to turn around. You got to have this many clapping cheek sessions. No, I'm not doing that. I stand firm to my word. I'm like really, really OCD when it comes to self-respect and my image. I'm not going to be out here for the next thing smoking to come up and say, well, yes, the Lounge and Jamil Peterson, they got their tasty cakes and their back blown out and they got 3 movie roles. They signed a deal for 3 movie roles, and they got their cheeks clapped and their tasty cakes taken, and now they're out there. They on medication. They're spazzing out. They look like they're over there walking in the middle of the road when cars are coming. They look like they're drunk up. They on drugs. They on medications. No, we're not doing that. Like, my image and my person, my self-respect goes way beyond that. Like, I'm not getting into none of that. Me and my baby, we not getting, because we haven't had to get in and do none of that on the way up where we're at now. So why would you start knowing that you're older and you know right from wrong, right? If you want to be out there, some people, that's what they do. They want to, clap, get their cheeks clapped, and get to get some purses, get some money, so they can do this and do that just to get a movie role or to be in this video, to be in a show. I'm not doing all of that. I have boundaries. Like, we have like strong boundaries. I'm not gonna break those boundaries just to satisfy somebody else. I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to do that. Alina says tasty cakes. Yeah, we call it the tasty cakes. Getting your back blown out, getting the tasty cakes taken. We are not with that program. Like, we'll work hard. Do you know how long my baby went for this movie role? Shout out to my baby, Jamil Peterson. This is his second movie. He has a big movie premiere in May. And he worked hard. I mean, he had to keep flying out to go, do the movie. And I'm like, oh, my baby, oh. He had to do what he had to do, but he had to keep flying out, keep doing, when they were recording the movie, he had to fly out a couple of times to go, do his part in the movie, because it's a big movie for this area that he's at. So he had to go, and he had to go do what he had to do, right? But it was not for no exchange of anything, right? Not no tasty cakes. No. Or you signing up programs saying that you have to do this or you have to do that. No, I'm not signing up for that. But it happened. He did his movie part, so now it's movie premiere time. So I'm so excited. I'm so proud of my baby. So he is doing a movie premiere. Well, the movie premiere, and actually the tickets already sold out for one section, for like the VIP section. But shout out to my baby. Yes, we doing the movie premiere. It's a big thing where we're going. It's a big thing. So he's the star of the movie. So I'm so proud of him. He worked so hard. Loving Myself says, don't say too much. You might accidentally slip up. No, I won't say too much. I won't, Loving Myself. I won't say too much. But he did, Christina, thank you. Christina said my skin is so beautiful. Thank you. Yes, I have to, always keep my skin perfect. But yeah, I'm so proud of him. So this is his second movie. Then he has another engagement later on this year. He does comedy, so he has a show coming up later on. But yeah, so we're proud. And I'm so proud of my baby. So, hey, Information Man, how are you? Information says peace and respect. Happy Sunday Fun Day, Information Man. How are you doing? Welcome. So, yeah, his movie premiere is in May, and he has another show coming up later on this year. So we're going to go to that too. But y'all know he does comedy. Information says, I'm well. Thank you. You're welcome, Information Man. Information Man says, yeah, I'm well. Yes. You're welcome. Thank you for coming in. Yes, y'all. Check out Information Man. He does commentary, reaction videos. Check Information Man out. Subscribe to his channel. He has great content. Go over there. Give him a subscribe. Check out his content, because he's over there doing great content, doing great things too. Information says comedy. Yes. My baby Jamil does comedy, and he has a movie coming out. So his movie premieres in May, and it's, like I said, it's a big thing. So it's gonna be like Hollywood. Like, we're going to like Hollywood in this area, because the movie is about that town and a big situation that happened. You're welcome, Information Man. And also, he does comedy. So he's done a lot of comedy shows. He has another comedy show later on this year, but I think it's like more like going to be more like private, like not private, but somebody asked them to do a show. So he's doing a show for them. So it's going to be comedy, of course. But yeah, so so we have to get our outfits together. We have to get our, stuff together and then fly out for his movie premiere because it's going to be big. This is his second movie premiere. My baby Jamil says, well, let's not forget it's your birthday. I know. It's my birthday on the day of the premiere, right, baby? So we're going to find something to do for my birthday. So Information Man says, that's cool. I want to see it. Yes, it's a good movie. So if you guys don't know, my baby Jamil, my hubby Jamil paid us up, Mr. I Am Comedy. He did a movie on, that's Tubi, right, baby? It's on Tubi, his other movie. He did his first movie is on Tubi, and this second movie, I think we'll let you guys know where they put the movie at, because I think it's gonna be on I don't know, baby, it's gonna be on Amazon, it's gonna be on Tubi, Amazon, and what is it? What's the other platform? Netflix or something? I don't know. But anyway, yes. So it's gonna be on different platforms again. This second one. So y'all, we'll let you guys know. Okay, baby, my baby said yes, both. Okay, baby, yes. So it's gonna be on Netflix and all of that. So we'll let you guys know, but it's a big movie in this place where we're going to. And I know some of the tickets are already, like some sections are already sold out. So we're gonna see. But I'm excited and proud of my baby. Yes, I'm so proud of him. And y'all, if y'all are not following my baby, Jamil Peterson, he has he's here on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, and he does comedy, and he is hilarious, y'all. Gotta check him out. So check him out. Give him a subscribe to. Go check out his content. Go support his channel too. That's my baby. Information said I will look for it. Yes, Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy. Check my baby's channel out because he is hilarious. Will have you dying on the crowd. He will have y'all dying laughing. But y'all, let's finish watching this with Terrence Howard, because Terrence Howard, y'all, he is not playing when it comes to these men coming into Hollywood and getting their soul taken, right? This is what they used to do back in the day. But now, like I said, that's why I was kind of going on a tangent. It's so much easier now these days because YouTube, social media is a beast, right? Social media is a beast, and that's how Justin Bieber was. That's how Usher found Justin Bieber here on YouTube. That's how Usher found Justin Bieber here on YouTube. And he took him to Diddy because Usher was already like in the midst of with Diddy. And Usher was like, this little boy can sing. Let me message him or whatever, and let's get him. Let's see if we can get him. And that's what happened. But y'all, let's continue listening to what Terrence Howard has to say, because Terrence Howard is speaking truth to facts. Y'all, let's continue. Even though YouTube is playing with my numbers and my emotions, we not giving up, y'all. We gonna stay positive.
I don't do that shit because the man card means everything.
I had no idea we're going to go this direction with the podcast. This is absolute. But listen, we've talked about it. We've had a lot of the guys on to talk about this stuff. Are you done with Hollywood? Because
no, I'm still working. I still. I haven't made the money necessary to do all of the other stuff. So I still have to go and do the chitlin circuit. I still have to do the job that I need to. But eventually, I've done what I set out to do, which was to redefine the universe. I've proven what I've set out to do.
Wow.
And that's why I have all the patents.
Wow. See, I told y'all he is smart. Terrence Howard is so smart. He got patents. If y'all don't know what a patent is, it's like you created something and you get it patent. Y'all, he is very smart. And even though he said he got to go through the chitlin circuit, sometimes you got to do that. It's okay to go through the chitlin circuit. And if y'all don't know what the chitlin circuit is, it's like basically doing whatever you have to do to get to wherever you want to be, right? But doing it doing it like the right way, not going to sell your soul for a jelly roll, not having to go and turn and get your back blown out. But y'all, he is very, very smart, and he knows exactly what Hollywood entails, and he has a beautiful family. And he said that basically, I'm not selling my soul for not even 1 cent. If it's something that is not right, I'm not going to indulge in that. Because what is having an Oscar when you don't have a soul? You don't you done sold your soul, you done did this, you done got your cheeks clapped, you done did this, you done got your cheeks clapped by 5011 directors, other actors, and now they know that what is between your legs, and now what do you have to show for getting that Oscar? Nothing but people talking about you, what your body's like, what you smell like, what all kind of crazy stuff, right? Is that worth it? Is that really worth it for you to lay on your back and do whatever they want you to do because you got this movie role? Is it worth it? No, it's not. But y'all, let's listen to Terrence, because he is smart and he is not with those type of shenanigans. Let's continue, y'all, because Terrence, I think he is with the smoke. I'm sure he probably would have gave Diddy 24 pieces and 2 biscuits to go. But y'all, let's continue.
Or not, that's up to them. But I've done the work and finished it. Now I can go on and do whatever else we need to do. Hi everyone, my name is Terrence Howard. I'm an actor, but in the field of science also. So if you would like to connect with me, you can connect with me on Minect. The QR code is down below.
Okay, I think that's pretty much it for that interview. But Terrence Howard is smart. So needless to say, Justin Bieber and Usher crashed out at the after party at the awards with Beyonce. And I do believe it's because of what's going on with Diddy. Now, if Diddy has a trial that's open, hopefully, I think it's with the state. I don't think it's a federal court case this go round. I don't believe so, but I may be wrong. But don't quote me on that. But if it is, I want to go to one of the ones that are a state, because with the federal rallies, you cannot bring no camera. You cannot bring nothing electronic. All you got is pen and paper. But if he does have a court case that is state and not federal, I mean, either or, I want to go to the next one, because me and my baby Jamel Peterson, we went to the Diddy trial. We were sitting like 2-3 rows behind Janice Combs, Diddy's mom. We was right there behind her, right? And Diddy was like 2 or 3 rows in front of him with his lawyers, with the federales up on his badonkadonk, right? Making sure he don't escape and run out the courtroom. But anyway, if it is a state case, I hope it is. I believe it is. Don't quote me on that. I hope we can make it. I want to make it, because we went to the Diddy trial, which was a federal court case. It was crazy. We got a lot of content. We did a lot of reporting. So it was great. Bron says, clever. Yeah. So hopefully, if it is, we can go and see, because I don't know if Justin Bieber is going to be there to testify, and all these other people that maybe they missed that needed to testify, and even Usher. Even though Usher and Justin Bieber is at it, are they going to have to be over there and testifying? Because I believe Usher doesn't want Justin Bieber to say anything. He said he wants Justin Bieber to keep his mouth closed. This is my opinion. This is just my opinion. He does not want Usher doesn't want Justin Bieber to say anything. He don't want him to say not even 2 mumbling words about what happened behind closed doors. But yo, we gonna keep you guys in the loop. I'm gonna keep you guys informed on what goes on. Let something else pop off with Justin Bieber and Usher and this crash out, and why they really crashed out, which I believe that's the reason. Like I said, this Diddy trial is coming up, but we gonna keep y'all in the loop. And we gonna keep y'all informed. We gonna see what happens and what comes out, because I'm telling you, it is crazy. It is so crazy. But y'all, thanks for stopping in. Hey, Anonymous, I'm late. Hey, everyone. Anonymous, where you been at? You been outside taking care of them cows, taking care of them cow babies. But welcome, Anonymous. But we're about to end. Thank you, Mar. Thank you. So we're about to end it, and I may go live later depending on what I got going on. We try, because Bobby's so busy. I have a lot of stuff I have to do, but we're gonna try maybe go live again. And but y'all, that's what's going on. Justin Bieber and crashes out on Usher. So y'all stay tuned for all of this is going on, because it's a lot on and popping with this. But y'all, thanks for stopping in. I love y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always lead with love, peace, and tranquility. Love on each other, as I always say. And y'all, I will see y'all in the next live or the next video. So now, hold on real quick before I turn it off. I am starting to do court cases again because I love court cases. So there's a couple of videos that I did last night. So y'all check those videos out because I'm gonna do federal cases and see what all the federal things that are going on, because we found 2 cases yesterday. I found 2 cases yesterday. One of them is with some guy who took the money. He was scamming. And he was doing stuff, taking people's money, and it was supposed to be like some type of crypto. It was like a crypto scam. So the feds got him. They charged him, and now he has an ankle monitor on. It's crazy. Then there's the first federal case of AI music. This person, this guy in North Carolina, he stole these people's basically he stole these people's what's it called, royalties through AI music, setting something up and taking these people's royalties with the AI music. Is crazy. But y'all, I'm gonna be back doing cases. I want to incorporate that, doing cases, because that was the first AI case that was charged in federal court. So y'all stay tuned. But anyway, like, share, and subscribe, y'all, and we gonna get it popping again. But thanks for stopping in. Have a rest of your Sunday. Good afternoon. Yes, Sunday fun day. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.